All right, so in this quick video, I'm going to be going over the new action button on the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. So as you can see here, if I flip this to the side, the Pro Max does away with the ringer switch, whereas the standard 15 phone or the iPhone 15 non-Pro model still actually retains that mute switch. But on the Pro models, we now have an action button, which by default is still mapped and as a mute silent switch or silent button, I guess. To give a quick demonstration of it here, so again, like I said, by default, it is mapped to the mute mode. So if I press and hold the button, you can see the notch up there indicates that the phone is now in silent mode. And if I press and hold it again, it takes it out of silent mode. Now, it will only function by holding the button down. If you press it simply once, you can see if you do that more than once, the phone will indicate saying you must hold the button down to activate the current action. So anyway, to now change the settings for this button, you want to head over here into the settings menu and scroll down here a little bit until you see this section right here. There's a new section called action button. So we click on that and it brings us to this brand new menu. Several default or built-in options that you can choose from. Again, the default one is the silent mode. If we slide over, we have a focus mode, so you can activate a focus mode. And then we go over here. It will be then the photo camera rather, so you can quickly activate and or open the camera app straight from the button if you would like. And then you can hit this little button here, which will change what the button will bring you to. So by default, it will bring you to the photo mode within the camera, but if you want to have it set to go directly to video mode or the front-facing camera or portrait mode or something of such, you can easily change that from here, and by doing that, it will immediately launch into the camera into that specified mode, which is pretty cool. So if I do that real quick, so let's say I wanted to go jump into the video mode within the camera app. Right now, if I hold the button down, it immediately switches over to the camera app. Super cool. So let's go ahead and jump back, and I'm going to switch that back to the default section. Then we have the ability to toggle the flashlight. So you can immediately and very quickly turn on the flashlight via that button. For those that use the flashlight very, very frequently, you now can do that. So again, if I press the button here, hold it down, you can see it now activates the flashlight. And on the notch, you can see that there's a little indicator now letting you know when the flashlight is on or off. So if I turn the flashlight off, the little notch will indicate. Moving on, we have the ability to quickly record a voice memo. So again, if I hold the button down, it immediately starts recording a voice memo straight away. And then if you want to stop the voice memo, you can either press the dynamic island and stop the voice memo from there, or you can again hold the button down a second time and it will stop the recording and immediately save it. So again, really useful for those folks that record audio for, say, a reminder for themselves or want to record a specific thing very quickly. Again, you can do that now. Then we have the activation of the magnifier. So the magnifier is just for those that want to blow up something on the screen to see it in bigger detail. So again, hold the button down, it launches the magnifier, which is effectively just a camera interface that lets you zoom in to view detail on specific objects. Okay, and then zooming back. Then we have probably the most interesting aspect here. So you can actually create a shortcut via the Shortcuts app to map a specific function to the button, which is nearly endless because of the fact that you can do this and the fact of the way that the Shortcuts app works. You can map nearly an unlimited things to the button. So it opens up a huge possibility. So I'll get back to that in just a second. And then we have accessibility. So you can choose a specific accessibility feature for those that need that. And here is the whole list. It's actually quite a large list of accessibility options you can choose from to activate from that button. And then if you don't want to use the button at all and it's in your way and you don't want to use it, you can just turn it off entirely. But going back to the shortcut option, so again, to do this, you just hit this blue button here that says choose a shortcut, and basically it'll bring up an interface that allows you to choose a shortcut. So you can either search for one that you've previously created, or you can choose from a variety of built-in pre-selected ones, or you can then go down here and select by app and create an action via that app. Let's say you're someone that wants to recognize or find out the name of a song, and you do that very frequently. You can actually tie Shazam to the button. So if we put this shortcut here called Recognize Music, you can immediately press the button down, and right there at the top, it's going to immediately start listening to the music that is around you. Super cool. And then you can just cancel it right there. So that is a nifty thing. And then to show another one, if you want to launch a specific app, you can go into this section here, and any app that is currently installed on your phone, you can select it from here, and it will just launch you directly into that app straight away. So let's say I want to jump into, let's say iMovie very quickly. So you can do that. Hold the button down. It launches you right over into iMovie. Really quick and easy. Super cool. So it is a really neat thing to have. And also you can, another pretty cool one actually that some might find useful is new note option. And effectively what this does is it brings up a very quick note interface essentially. So when you hold the button down, you get this little interface pop up over top of whatever it is you're doing, and you can quickly type a note and it'll save it to the Notes app. So you want to type down something really quickly, and you're in the moment and you need to write it down, right then, you can straight away do that. Super, super cool. I have some shortcuts here that are dedicated to battery saving. So I have one that's called Battery Saver On. So this is a pretty good demonstration of a multi-layered shortcut that can be added to this button. So when I press this button now, you'll notice several things happen, and the phone is going to kind of change its look and the way it generally functions to save battery life. Anyway, so let's go ahead and activate that action that I just triggered, or that I added to the button. So hold it down. It's going to now activate a sequence of actions that I had added, and it's giving me the option of that. So now it's put it into low power mode, it's put it into dark mode, it has put reduced animations on, so you can see that the animations are much less to save power. Reduce motion is also turned on, and the 120 hertz has been downgraded to 60 hertz, again to save battery life. So you can do that every time now you push that button. Really, really cool. But anyway, that is a fairly detailed look at the new action button on the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. So if you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Both of those help out the channel greatly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.